So for my inquiry, what I'm going to be researching, my research question is, we have 7 more weeks, and after every week I will be collecting data of the cost of like produce, such as vegetables, fruits, different types of meats that I personally consume on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to compare the price from a farmer's market to a grocery store. This way I can test if it's more cost effective to eat within your borders. The variables I'm going to be continually checking on are the cost, as well as the food, like the seasonal food that grows in Arizona. So for example, I will be, it's kind of like autumn, winter, so looking into what foods are grown at this type of year versus the types of food that's grown in the summer. Because if you're eating within your borders, you're going to be eating seasonally, which means that your diet isn't necessarily going to be the same throughout the whole year, because with weather changes and stuff like that, it's hard for some crops to grow versus other crops to grow. I'm also going to be checking on how I personally feel. I think that food is linked to mental clarity and like happiness. So I think it would be interesting to track that, whether that really goes in with my question or my inquiry. I don't know, but personally I think it'd be interesting to see. So that's just maybe like an extra point of data that I'll collect. So for the check-in periods for the next 7 weeks, I want to collect the data throughout the week, so I'll go bi-weekly.
Hi, so as I'm editing this, I realized that I said bi-weekly and that means every other week. So I meant to say weekly, not bi-weekly, weekly.
So checking either every day on the farmer's market, like shopper's guide, to see how much the produce costs, and then averaging it out at the end of the week, or just collecting the data throughout the week and blocking it in a an Excel file type thing, just to keep track of it. I think that would be the most organized way to keep track of it. So it's like farmer's market versus grocery store foods. Which one is most cost effective for me personally, because unfortunately I don't want to spend so much money on foods when I can get it a lot cheaper. 2 sources I will be using is, one, I really want to get into contact with a farmer from Arizona that supplies like farmers markets and stuff like that. I think it'd be interesting to get their take and what they think about eating strictly within your state's borders. And then there is a peer-reviewed journal that I really find interesting. It's called Food Control, and they just talk about how like a farm-to-table lifestyle works and how it doesn't work, and I just find it super interesting. So that will be helpful to support my research. I'm going to do a personal data collection, which will be mood, weight, and cost for me personally. And then I'm also going to be collecting data of the grocery store versus the farmer's market. And that's it.